Today, we're going to take a journey through one of the most iconic and thrilling attractions, the Tower of Terror. As we delve into this ride's secrets and surprises, get ready to discover some fascinating facts about its creation, design, and even its haunted history. From its eerie backstory to its gravity-defying drops, this ride is a must for adrenaline junkies and Disney fans alike. Fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight, we're about to take a spooky trip through the Tower of Terror's past and present. First, let's start with the basics. It's located at the end of Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios and does require a height of 40 inches to ride. It opened originally on July 22, 1994 and was inspired by the TV show The Twilight Zone. This ride is set in the fictional Hollywood Tower Hotel, which was struck by lightning on Halloween night in 1939, causing 5 people to mysteriously disappear. The queue takes guests from the abandoned lobby of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which is filled with dusty period furniture, cobwebs, and even an old-fashioned phone switchboard. When's the last time you saw one of those? The pre-show takes place in the library where a black and white TV is brought to life by a bolt of lightning. You then enter the ride through the boiler room. The ride vehicle is designed to resemble a 1930s era service elevator, complete with gorgeous wood paneling, brass accents, and velvet upholstery. Each vehicle holds up to 21 people, with 7 people in each row. The first stop features a corridor filled with ghosts, then you go 13 stories up before plummeting up and down several times in a random pattern. The drop only lasts about 2 seconds, but it feels so much longer. The whole experience from start to finish takes around 5 minutes. Fun fact number 1, let's go back outside to the gate. It shows a sign that says, "Keep out." The management of the hotel assumes no responsibility for your safety. This facility is closed until further notice, dated October 31st, 1939, which is when the lightning hit the building in the backstory. Number 2, inspection certificate. An inspection certificate with the number 10259 is on the wall as you board the elevator. This is a nod to the airing of the first Twilight Zone episode on October 2nd, 1959, 10/2/59. It's also listed as being inspected by Mr. Cadwallader. Cadwallader is actually a character from an episode of The Twilight Zone entitled Escape Clause. Number 3, lobby details. The lobby features beautiful antiques and statues. These aren't actually Imagineer-made decorations, but actually carefully selected antiques. Some of the furnitures, like the couches, are replicas, but many of the furniture pieces are from the era, or real antiques. The lobby also contains a real mahjong set with a game in progress. The Imagineers had professional players come in and play a real game for a while and then leave it mid-game. That way, no one could say the game was staged. There's also a special hot glue gun called appropriately a cobweb spinner, which is used to shoot compressed air and hot glue out. This makes the cobwebs and is very common in film and TV shows. It does have to be replaced every 2 to 3 months, and as they begin to collect dust over that period of time, they actually begin to look even more realistic. Number 4, the Otis Elevator Company. Disney Imagineers worked with a real elevator company to make the ride. Otis Elevator Company makes commercial elevators, and they designed the mechanic for the elevator shaft. They actually had to make a new elevator system since theirs were too smooth for the ride Disney was trying to create. It uses a larger motor and a series of cables. The ride has 6 shafts in total. 4 of them are used for lifting you to the 5th dimension, and the other 2 are drop shafts. Number 5, ride height. The Tower of Terror is exactly 199 feet tall. The attraction couldn't be any taller, or a flashing light would be required to be on top of it to warn airplanes. This makes it the second tallest ride in Disney World, with Expedition Everest being just a teeny bit taller at 199.5 feet. Number 6, speed. The Tower of Terror is not for the faint of heart. The ride drops guests at speeds of up to 39 miles per hour, which creates a feeling of weightlessness as riders experience multiple drops. Even though it feels like it, you're not actually free falling. The elevator is being pulled down and up by a series of cables. 7. Expensive costumes. As we know, Disney spares no expense when it comes to theming. The costumes for the bellhops at this attraction cost over $1,000 to make. This makes them one of the most expensive cast costumes in the whole park. And if you ever see a cast member with gold on the shoulders of their costume, this means they've worked at the tower since its opening in 1994. 8. Rating. Ever noticed that the plaque next to the lobby's concierge desk reveals that the Hollywood Tower Hotel was awarded 13 diamonds from AAA? Any other AAA members out there? Just me? Okay. The highest rating a hotel can actually receive from them is 5 diamonds. 8. Penny trick. On the ride, as you're being pulled down, rather than falling to sheer gravity, there's a neat little trick you can pull off. If you hold a penny in your open palm, coin will rise from your hand. Now, what's actually happening here is that your hand is moving down from the coin due to the different forces being exerted on each. This will give the illusion that the coin is actually floating in midair. Cool trick to play for your friends. Number 9. Pepper's Ghost. The corridor scene, which reveals the slowly moving apparitions of the 5 individuals trapped in the 5th dimension, is created using the same technique found during the ballroom scene of Dancing Ghosts in the Haunted Mansion. This is called Pepper's Ghost, and it's a trick that employs simple mirroring techniques which help create the illusion of a 3D translucent ghost. The hallway is also made using forced perspective to make it appear longer than it actually is. 10. Hidden Mickeys. Right before you go to the elevator, a star field will appear before you and you'll see a Mickey shape at the end. Another one is found in the boiler room. Look at the first boiler's grating and you'll see the 3 circles forming a Mickey head. Other Disney nods include in the library near the trumpet, you'll see sheet music to What? No Mickey Mouse? This is a 1932 song by Irving Caesar. Be sure to look closely at the scene in which the folks disappear in the elevator as well, as you'll see a little girl holding a Mickey plushie. Finally, at the concierge desk, you'll also find an actual copy of Photoplay magazine showcasing 4 pages of hilarious star caricatures by Walt Disney. Number 11. Randomized drop sequence. For the first 10 years, the ride featured only 1 drop. Now it's randomized, meaning that it's different every time you ride it, making the experience unique and unpredictable. It will keep you guessing. You might drop 4, 5, or even 6 times. You'll never get the same ride twice, which became the slogan, Never the Same Fear Twice. Number 12. Stickler for details. When the Imagineers were making this ride, they were required to watch all 156 episodes of The Twilight Zone twice to make the ride as authentic as possible. In fact, they watched the opening and closing segments of the show featuring Rod Serling 10 times each. Number 13 is number 13. You'll see it everywhere. If there's a 13-minute wait, get ready to get over there as quick as possible. A 13-minute wait means it's basically a walk-on. Bonus tip, this is true for the Haunted Mansion and the Magic Kingdom too. And a few more bonus tips for you. We suggest riding this early in the day or in the last few hours that the park is open for the shortest lines possible. We also suggest standing in the far back corner of the waiting room at the opposite end of the TV. When the doors to the loading area open, you'll be one of the first to enter. So, those are some fun and spooky facts about the Tower of Terror. Do you like this ride? Do you hate it? Be sure to sound off in the comments below and subscribe for more exclusive fun facts and tips.